Jenny at the Orcas Public Library again, and I have a couple books from one of my favorite author illustrators, and his name is Oliver Jeffers, and he just came out with a new book called What We'll Build: Plans for Our Together Future. And I thought that might be kind of a good one for today because I've been really rooting for Duck as president, as you can remember. And the polls have been going up and the polls have been going down. And I've been nervous about it, thinking about it, so much. And sometimes I just forget there is going to be a tomorrow, and it's really probably going to be okay, no matter whether Duck gets elected or not. So, let's go ahead and read this book. See if it makes you feel a little better too. Okay, this book, it was produced by Philomel Books, and we're going to thank them for letting us read it in quarantine. What we'll build: plans for our together future. What shall we build? You and I. Let's gather all of our tools for a start. For putting together and taking apart. Let's build a door where there was none. Why not? We'll build a house to be our home. I'll build your future and you'll build mine. We'll build a watch to keep our time. We'll build some love to set aside and build a hole where we can hide. A fortress to keep our enemies out, and higher walls for when they shout. Oh no. But you don't always lose, and you don't always win, so we'll build a gate to let them in. I like that part. We'll build a table to drink our tea and say, I'm sorry. Me too. Me three. We'll build a tower to watch the sky and other worlds that pass us by. Let's build a tunnel to anywhere. Let's build a road up to the moon. Let's build a comfy place to rest, for we'll be tired soon. Let's build a boat that can't be broken, that will not sink or be cracked open. A place to stay when all is lost, to keep the things we love the most. We'll put these favorite things beside the earlier love we set aside. All of our treasures. Do you have treasures that you have placed in your room for? I do. Sometimes I just like to see them. I don't know if you do too. I think that we may want them later when times are hard and needs are greater. But first things first, let's build a fire. For we've planned a lot and now we're tired. It'll keep us warm like when we're born. Then we'll say goodnight as all's all right. These are the things we'll build, you and I. Yeah, we can build new things. I like that. It's a positive message. I think so. Oh, but I have another one that's one of my favorite Oliver Jeffers book, which is kind of a silly one, which is kind of a good one too for now. And it's called Stuck. Let's see if you find it silly or if you like it. Okay, and this one too is by Philomel Books. So thank you for letting us read it in quarantine. All right. It all began when Floyd's kite became stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. The trouble really began when he threw his favorite shoe to knock the kite loose, and that got stuck too. So he threw up the other shoe to knock down his favorite one, and unbelievably, that got stuck as well. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. Cats get stuck in trees all the time, but this was getting ridiculous. Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this out once and for all. And up he threw it. I'm sure you can guess what happened. Yes, it got stuck. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbor and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. And wouldn't you know it, the bucket of paint got stuck. Then Floyd tried, oh no, a duck to knock down the bucket of paint. A chair to knock down the duck. His friend's bicycle to knock down the chair. The kitchen sink to knock down his friend's bicycle. Floyd's front door to knock down the kitchen sink. Oh, boy. The family car to knock down their front door. The milkman to knock down the family's car. An orangutan to knock down the milkman, who surely had somewhere else to be. And a small boat to knock down the orangutan. And a big boat to knock down the small boat. Look at him. And a rhinoceros to knock down a big boat. And a long-distance truck to knock down the rhinoceros. The house across the street to knock down the long-distance truck. Can you see him down there? Wow, he's tiny. Well, a lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street. A curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. And the whale says, hi. What are you doing? And they all got stuck. A fire engine was passing and heard all the commotion, and the firemen stopped to see if they could help at all. Can we help you? And up they went. First the engine, followed by the firemen, one by one. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. And firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he'd be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. He lined it up as best as he could and hurled it up at the tree. And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Plop! Floyd was delighted. He'd forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. Look at him. And that night, Floyd fell asleep exhausted. Though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he'd forgotten. What did he forget? Can you see that picture? Right, did he forget anything? Right in there. Hang on a minute, lads. I've got a good idea, the fireman says. See them all in there. Oh, the boats and the orangutan, the kitchen sink, the moon. Oh, all of those things. Lighthouse, stuck. That's a pretty silly book, isn't it? I like it a lot. It's good. It's nice to have silly things. And it's nice to have some stories that are just pretty positive. So I'm not going to worry too much about Duck. I'm just going to think about what things I can make and what trees I can climb, and hopefully not things I can throw in trees. But I hope you all have a good week, and hopefully we'll see you next week at the same place. Okay, bye-bye.